Hey everybody, it's Birdie here. What's going on, guys? Okay, so you're about to witness some of the rarest Bruce Lee footage in existence. This goes all the way back to 1965, and it's Bruce Lee versus a karate black belt. The only thing we know about this guy is that he was the head of his school, a karate school.
Stop the cap. Right now.
Hey man, somebody come and get your man. Beardy's out here telling all these Bruce Lee fairy tales, and if anyone tries to put him on Front Street about it, he's deleting their comments and he's blocking them.
Because we understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, consider yourself lucky. But Beardy posted a video, Bruce Lee's only real fight ever recorded, Bruce Lee versus a karate black belt. And in the video, he's claiming this fight is from 1965 against some unknown karate black belt who just happens to run a karate school. So Beardy proceeds to zoom in on some heavy pixelated video, you know, because it's from 1965. But you know what? It's a real fight that Bruce Lee had in 1965 where he destroyed some karate black belt who no one ever heard from again. Now I'm just saying, in 1965, where is Bruce Lee getting into a fight that gets recorded, and why is the karate guy wearing a uniform? Oh, well, that's a great question. Maybe it's at a tournament. Well, if it's at a tournament, what tournament? Bruce Lee hasn't become Kato quite yet, so he's not really getting invited to too many tournaments, even though he did Ed Parker's tournament the year before in 1964. These are still kind of the Oakland years, so the only people pissed off with Bruce Lee are a few guys in Chinatown, but they really don't care too much as long as Bruce stays across the bay in Oakland. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the major question that I had was, well, why does this look like something that I've seen before? Oh, that's because I have seen this before. As a matter of fact, I think I showed a few clips of this fight in the video that I did about Bruce Lee and Joe Louis. Y'all know that video. It's when I called out Beardy and the Bruce Lee Real Fight channel for saying that Bruce Lee did the 1-inch punch on Joe Louis. But this video, Beardy, let's be honest, bro. You found this video on another YouTube channel claiming Bruce Lee fought some random karate guy, and you tried to pass it off as some great discovery of your own. Now let me guess, did you get this one from Grandmaster Holmes? Kind of like that story about Grandmaster Baxter fighting Bruce Lee at one of June Reed's National Karate Championships? But okay, y'all. So the truth about this video of Bruce Lee fighting some unknown karate school instructor is that this is Joe Louis and Skipper Mullins in a match in New York in 1968. This video has been floating around for several years, and Skipper's brother Don Mullins actually set the record straight on this video that Beardy's trying to pass off as Bruce Lee. He said that Joe caught Skipper with a reverse punch that gutted him. Skipper was unable to continue and he couldn't finish the match. At the time, Skipper weighed about 150 pounds and Joe Louis, he was at 220. Since this was in 1968, Joe Louis was already training with Bruce Lee at this time. And I talked about that in my video on Joe Louis and how he started training with Bruce Lee. So check it out if you haven't seen it. Something that I didn't know is that Bruce Lee also worked with Skipper Mullins. Don shared that Bruce Lee worked with Skipper on his hand techniques, and Skipper told his brother that he would choose Bruce Lee in any street confrontation and that Bruce was a phenomenal martial artist. But I mean, like, Beardy, dog, you could have shared this fight between Skipper Mullins and Joe Louis. They were two former Marines who trained together, and they faced each other several times on the Karate Point sparring scene in the 1960s. I talked all about Joe Louis's accomplishments in that last video about Bruce Lee and Joe Louis's relationship. But Skipper Mullins is a guy that I knew very little about. So just a quick look on his Wikipedia page. It says that he started training Taekwondo in October of 1963, and he earned his black belt by 1966. In 1965, Skipper enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps, and while he was in the Corps, he would teach martial arts to other Marines and FBI candidates from the FBI Academy that was also located in Quantico, Virginia, where he was stationed. He studied under June Reed while he was stationed at Quantico. He's also won 7 world titles, and he ended his career with a record of 1,100 wins and around only 15 losses. He was defeated several times by Chuck Norris and Joe Louis, but that's pretty amazing. They pretty much only lost to the top guys on the circuit. And I'm guessing almost everyone who beat him was also training with Bruce Lee. So Beardy could have turned that video into, "Hey guys, it's Beardy. We love Bruce Lee, but let me tell you how he was an amazing trainer and a coach. Two of his guys fought in this tournament where Joe Louis completely smashed Skipper Mullins. This guy Skipper won over 1,100 fights on the Karate Point sparring circuit. And one of the few guys to defeat him was Joe Louis, the father of American kickboxing, and another guy, Chuck Norris, who was the most known karate fighter in the world. Guys, imagine how awesome you could be if you had Bruce Lee as your Sifu. What do you think you could accomplish if you had the chance to train with Bruce Lee for at least 1 year? See, Beardy, you could have turned that into a dope video. People would love you, but instead, you chose to lie. Like you pretty much always do. It's all good though, Beardy. You keep spinning these lies about Bruce Lee because I'm just gonna fact check you. And I'm gonna tell people what really happened. And because of the way the YouTube algorithms work, when you tell a lie in these videos, you actually help promote my videos that are telling people what really happened. So anyway, guys, look, I didn't want to have to make this video, but I couldn't sit here and let Beardy promote this lie, especially after he started deleting and blocking people who tried to correct him about it actually being a Joe Louis and Skipper Mullins. So look, I know I'm not the biggest Bruce Lee channel in the world, and actually Beardy isn't either. The Bruce Lee Real Fight channel hasn't beat by 30,000 subscribers at the time that I'm making this video. But I want to tell stories about what Bruce Lee actually did in life. And sometimes I'm going to challenge the status quo, and I'm going to push back on even the things that Bruce Lee did or said. Because look, man, my channel, what I'm doing, this is a dialogue. I'm having a dialogue with the stuff that Bruce Lee did, said, and wrote a long time ago because I'm practicing my Jeet Kune Do, not Bruce's, not Dan's, or anyone else's. And if you didn't understand that, well, there's a very interesting video with Dan Inosanto where he talks about Jeet Kune Do and how people can do their own personal JKD.
I'll put it together and I'll call it Jeet Kune Do. Is it Jeet Kune Do? It's Jeet Kune Do for them, but it is not the Jeet Kune Do of Bruce Lee.
And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the Golden Bell JKD. Now, what would happen if you apply some of Bruce Lee's ideas to internal martial art? That's what Golden Bell means. So look, y'all have to stay tuned to see how this experiment turns out. Make sure to check out my videos where I tell the truth about Bruce Lee's 1-inch punch demonstration from 1967 and all about how Joe Louis started training under Bruce Lee. It's a really dope video, and if you like hearing all those old stories about Bruce training with these karate champions, look man, you'll really enjoy that video. But hey, real quick, I want you to do one more thing for me. Keep training, remember to breathe, and I'll see you on the next video.